Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, art and journal videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I load a new video. Commenting, liking, and sharing this on your favorite platform does help my channel grow and would be truly appreciated. All right, so we are going to be setting up July, and by setting up, I mean I'm going to be covering this and actually have some ideas for this inside section. And I don't mind this. This was actually gifted to me by both my friends Kelly and Dee. I've talked about that countless times before, but for this month I think I'll change it up. I like the tab because it's just easy to see, and so I will use this, but like I said, I am going to cover this up, so I'm going to take this out. Now it'll be a little weird because I'm actually going to be filming this, and then immediately after I'll be filming the Nietzsche Saturday video that goes up tomorrow. But by way of the videos that get released, the Nietzsche Saturday one will go first, and then if I can get the editing done, I will release this video. So it'll be a little bit of a weird mix, but I know that if I don't do this before the Nietzsche Saturday video, it may not get done like June didn't get done. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this out. I did not take the other, well, I'm not going to use the other page, which looks like this. I don't really need this. I don't really use it, but I do have some ideas. I did pull this out of my stash. I believe Val from Life with Valerie has sent this to me. And then I think this paper is something I have purchased from Amazon as well. No, I think Kelly had sent me this because I think this is the paper that goes in the Glam Girl half sheet. I took them all apart, so sometimes it's hard for me to figure out where things came from, but I'm pretty sure that's the order that they came in. And I also pulled out this paper pad. Now this is nearly done. Actually, I'll take that out too. And so I've used most of this paper pad to make some items, so there's actually not many papers left in here, but I thought for July I would use this sheet right here, and really it's because it ties in mainly with that sheet right there. And then I might cut out one of these things to add, but I'm not sure. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see about placement. Actually like that one right to there. And so I'll make some registration marks so that it's exactly the same size. And then I'm going to cut that out. And I wanted that middle section open so that I could actually write that it was for July. And because I am horrible at cutting a straight line, I'm using my Fiskars cutter, making sure it's lined up. And then again, I don't know if I'll use this. I'll put this to the side for now, although that's pretty. And then for this one, I'm actually going to cut off that. I'm going to cut off the discs, or where the discs go, because it's just easier for me to glue straight edges than it is to try to get into there. And if you don't put glue there, then it will lift. So this goes like that, right? Yeah. and then I'll punch there. And let's see if this wasn't cooperating with me the last time I used it. So let's see how it does today. Since I'm only dealing with straight edges, I'm more likely to get it down in one pass versus having to deal with in between where the discs are. So that would be the front, although that's going the wrong way. So I want that like that. And line this up. And hopefully that will work. I'm not always the greatest at measuring. Yeah, that looks good. There's a little bit down there that I can cut off. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but there's just a little sliver of white. Okay, and then I'll punch this. Okay, and yeah, that looks good. The paper is not as thick as that dashboard, but I don't plan to take this in and out. I mean, basically the next time I will take this out will be when I move it and migrate it over, so that should be fine. And like I said, I did want to do some lettering. I'm using a mild liner brush pen in, I don't even know if it says, oh, this is in violet, and I'm just going to add July 2020. And then just to make that pop, I will use this. Now there's no color on this, but this is sort of like a magenta Papermate Flare. And that way it'll accent the violet that I just used, but also make it pop. And even the tab kind of works because of that right there. And then we've got all the functionality of this. And this will be our inside. And I would like to bring some of this in. I've pulled out these three. I think from a color choice, it'll work the best. I picked this up from Zulily, I believe. No, I think I picked this up from happyplanner.com. And I wonder if I wrote it inside. I want to say that these are from Val. I was gifted these. I know I was gifted these, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Val from Life with Valerie, and not Kelly, because both of them had sent me huge packages towards the end of last year, and I didn't mark it inside, because some of them I did mark and some of them I obviously didn't, and so I can't. I think it was because I think Val sent me this as well, so they kind of coordinate. So yeah, I think this was sent to me by Val. I know, I'm horrible. And so what I want to do is I want to look for a box sticker just to bring in some white back to this space. Doesn't need to be a lot. I don't actually know what I'm going to be writing. But I want to bring some of this more vibrant color into this side. And so we'll use the dots to line that up. And because it's sticker on sticker, you have to be very, what's the word? Focused on where you're going to put it, because once it goes down, you're not going to be able to get it back up. For this one, I want to use this as intentions, but I don't necessarily want it for the week. I actually want this for the month. And I know I know I've talked about this enough before, where I hate currently pages, and this is given all the feels of a currently page, but and it's a really big but. These last few months I've been struggling with my feelings, and so maybe if I have not so much the intentions I have for the week, but just if I'm more aware of my intentions, then I might be able to deal with them better. I don't know. So I just put that there. I didn't actually want to cut off so much of the pink, but I wanted it to fit. And let's see if we can, because I think there's like little things of washi. Yeah. Let's add, because the other page has the pink right there. So let's use this. No. And bring a bit of pink up at the top here. And maybe we can do one more. Okay, so I think this one is done. And then for this one, let's do a note to self. And then let's see what we can do about this space. Maybe we'll do a quote. Always radiate love. And let's see. All right, guys, so I did add a sticker down here that says just breathe. July is my birthday month, so I will hopefully be in a very celebratory mood, even though, you know, lately that hasn't been a thing, but I think this came out rather well. Even the tab color, like I mentioned, I think works. I love the colors, and I love that it kind of ties in with this. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be using these blues and greens the entire month, but I did just pull out some of the sheets that were in my stash. I might continue it. I might change it up. Who knows? This space here in the regular Skinny Classic planner is usually dead space for me, and I'm not a huge fan that for the Skinny Classic, regardless of which one you have, whether it's the wrong like I have or some of the others, they basically color block every single month exactly the same, whether it's this peachy color or this pinky color or the salmon-y peachy color. And I've mentioned this, I would rather just have a neutral, because I think depending on what you're using, if you are like me and you sort of Frankenplan pieces in, you're always having to coordinate this. And the only reason I wanted this is, one, because of the tab, but also I didn't want to have to draw out a monthly calendar. So I think I did a pretty good job of it. I mean, it's not that an important thing. I do like having this, and I do refer back to it occasionally throughout the month. I do plan to be a little bit more intentional, at least with thinking about how I'm feeling and things like that. It has all kinds of things, but for me, it's probably going to be body and wellness. The rest of this, I'm really not going to be focusing on, but I did want to put this in here and see how it works. And then for the Nietzsche Saturday video, this is what we're going to be working on. So you'll actually see that before you see this. I'd love to know what you guys think of the process. I don't always cover up the monthly, but because I usually used it in 2 different places, I just like looking at different things. And even though I liked the quote that was on there and the picture, I just wanted something different. So that's it for my setup for my Happy Nietzsche Skinny Classic for the month of July. And as always, aloha.